What it up, you bird? It's the Eagle Maniac, but I'll get into that and why I am who I am and all that later. But right now, let's talk about and keep the main thing the main thing. Today, the main thing on the menu seems to be something about Jalen Hurts having a very bad day in camp, say sometime in May. OTAs, I believe it was. And he, in 10 possessions, I believe he had 4 interceptions, 3 incompletions, and 4 sacks. Something crazy. That's not even the proper math right there. But you get what I'm saying. Basically, 10 bad downs. And everybody's all up in arms over this report. I believe it was Gunn who reported it from someone from one of his sources, basically, right? And Gunn, and all the times I've been watching him and Derek Brooks and Rob Ellis, they always seem to bring great content. I love watching those guys. Those guys are amazing, at least to me. I mean, sometimes Derek Gunn says some things I don't agree with because clearly I look at the world through Eagles-colored glasses, and all I see is clear, straight bias, and that's how I'm gonna give it to you all day about the Eagles. I love my Eagles. I'm trying not to curse. It's my first time on this, first time YouTuber. Let me know how I'm doing down in the comments. Please like and subscribe also. But yeah, that being said, I love what those guys have to say, and we all say stuff sometimes that other people don't agree with. But to the best of my knowledge, it seems that Gunn says, speaks what he feels. And that's basically what we all do, right? And we don't have to agree with everything. But it seems to be that people believe that what he's reporting is faked and he got duped. However, today he spoke on this. He was saying how he heard what he heard, and Brooks agreed also, said he heard the same thing, possibly the same source, people cross-reference and things like that. So that being said, that they both heard the same thing, so I believe it is credible. However, I do know that normally in OTAs and in the preseason also, that the defenses usually have the jump on the offense. That being said, also, it was just one day. One day, we can't get mad at one day, bro. One day, and that we're Eagles fans. We're not just Jalen Hurts fans. We're not just Miles Sanders fans, Dallas Goedert fans. We're the whole team's fans. We love the whole team. So if the defense had a good day, let's clap it up for that. Why not? That's great. I mean, you got to look at who he's throwing against now. He's throwing against, you got Bradbury over there, Slay on the other side, Kaiser White floating around. The safeties are great. The linebackers are great. All kinds of stuff. And therefore, in the 7-on-7, they say that everyone's mad. You can't be sacked in 7-on-7. But there's a timer. So if the timer goes off and it says, that would have been a sack. Hey, that was a sack. You got to get your timing right. It was probably the first day. I'm going to say it was the first day. I hope it was the first day for Jalen's sake. And but we also have heard a lot of great things coming out about Jalen Hurts and the OTAs also. It is a bit funny to me that this is coming out June, July, 2 months later. Like, why? And what's the purpose? I don't know, to stir it up. These are the dog days of summer, so they need something to talk about. And I'm with it. Because you know what I do in the dog days of summer? When it comes to Eagles, I watch old games. Yesterday I was watching, I believe, a game in '88. Eagles versus the Giants. I was not aware of one of these miracles at the Meadowlands. The blocked field goal. And then we recover in touchdown. Each touchdown was crazier than the next. Now, after I watched that, I saw a video pop up that said the 5 miracles at the Meadowlands. And I'm like, damn, there was 5. I'm like, off top, I could count 3, 4, including the one I just said, because I didn't know about that. I was only aware of 3. I knew about I watched the Vic and D-Jax go crazy on him. Actually, the whole squad. You know how we do. Whole squad. Then the other game, I believe. The first. The Miracle at the Meadowlands, Herm Edwards. Then you got the other one I was aware of. I was actually at work listening to this one on the radio. I couldn't believe it. The Westbrook punt return. Yes, punt return. So those are the 3 I was aware of. Then you added that one as the 4th. And I'm like, what's the 5th? And then when I saw the 5th, I wanted to smack myself. I couldn't believe that I didn't know that one right off the bat, because I also watched that one and went crazy, full maniac mode. You guys aren't really going to see too much of the maniac in the off season. If I keep this thing going, you'll see how this gets down in the regular season. Or if we had some more craziness in the off season. But right now, We're being real cool and copacetic. I think it's been a great off season. But let's not get into all of that. Let's keep this thing going forward because I could talk about everything, Eagles from the past, back to now, back to the future, and all of that. It could get real crazy. But let's try and keep a real, I guess, chronological order of this thing going, and not try to reminisce too much. Just give you the days goings on and the ongoings. And let's get this thing going. Speed Maniacs. And yeah, that's it. One time for your mind. We see how this thing goes going forward. Peace out, y'all.